All right, everybody. Welcome back to episode 25 of the Puddle of Grunge podcast. I'm Colby.
I'm Ryan.
And today we are going to be diving in to our top 5 plus 2 honorable mentions Soundgarden songs. So, first of all, we would like to start off by saying we apologize for these lists because it has taken an emotional, mental, and physical toll on us trying to put these together. Because it is impossible to cut Soundgarden down to just 7 songs.
Yep.
And try and explain what kind of band this is. Cause, it's really tough, and we try to do our best, but it's really hard to set these up. So,
don't hold us to too high of a standard, guys. Please.
Yeah. Puddle of Grunge podcast here.
Yeah, Puddle of Grunge podcast.
All right, but I'm going to start off today's episode.
Okay.
Ryan has started almost every single one of these because either I picked it and or he lost. So
that's right.
My number 7, or my first honorable mention, is Room 1,000 Years Wide. Off of Bad Motorfinger.
Ooh, okay. Now that is a good pick. That is a good pick.
I thought I think it might be my only Bad Motorfinger pick, but
Really? Okay.
which is kind of sad because there's so many other great songs on it, which I'm not gonna say any just in case, but yeah, there's something about there's definitely more of a punk aspect to this one.
Yeah.
Also, the lyric "Tomorrow begat tomorrow" is just sick, and this track just shows off. Well, first of all, Ben Shepard and just Chris Cornell's voice.
For sure.
Chris Cornell's voice on this, especially when he keeps repeating that line towards the end, he's just really putting a ton of grit into his voice. And this kind of was a sleeper pick for me. I kind of, as I was looking through, I was like, oh yeah, I really love this song. And I wanted it to be on my list somewhere. So I got it in at 7. But you have anything to say about this one?
Well, actually, this one's not on my list.
Okay.
But I just want to say, great pick, because it almost did make my list for a lot of the reasons you mentioned. It's just kind of a punching track. It really just comes at you, and especially like you said, Chris delivering those last vocals when he's repeating that part, just lays into it. Kind of like he's trademarked for. But Room 1,000 Years Wide, great song, dude. For me, it was either going to be that one or Searching with My Good Eye Closed, but neither of them made the list. So great pick, Colby. Great number 7.
That's also a very good song as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
alrighty.
What is your number 7, man?
My number 7 is going to be another Bad Motorfinger classic. Jesus Christ Pose.
Okay. I was wondering if... I hope you fill in one of my ones, but okay, what's your thoughts on this one?
This song just feels like you're running down a hill, dude.
That's a perfect way
I really think that's one of the only ways to explain it. It just kind of has that chaotic aspect to it that just makes it so special. You know what I mean? There's just such a great groove that Matt Cameron is in the entire time. Absolute monster, by the way.
We're going to talk about Matt. We're going to talk about every member.
And this song is just kind of a shining example of that because he's just rolling across the kit, man. It's kind of a beautiful thing to witness, especially when you watch him do it at Lollapalooza and stuff. It's really just something that can't be understated as how amazing it is. And then this vocal performance by Chris, once again, in the middle of some of the greatest vocal performances of all time, I'd say, on this album. This one shines through a lot, and I don't know, it's always just caught my ear. It's kind of a fun one. It's a chaotic one, and like I said, it makes you feel like you're running downhill. So Colby, Jesus Christ Pose, what do you got to say?
This one, I like the word that you use, chaos, because I think the word controlled chaos is going to be said by either me or you. You or
just got said by you.
But there's a couple songs I think that'll be on both of our lists that I think, because nobody does that better than Kim Thayil. Dear, his I don't know. There's sometimes I love almost like the chaotic guitar solo.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think anybody or at least in grunge, does that better than Kim Thayil.
I would
think
100% agree with that.
Controlling and reining in, just like the weird note choices that he has. I'm going to talk about Kim a lot more.
Just the phrasing that he goes for is just always so off kilter compared to what would really like be played there by someone else. You know, like a blues player like Mike McCready or something would play something totally different than Kim, who has just so many different background influences and it affects his playing in so many ways. Yeah, but like you said, controlled chaos is what Kim offers to Soundgarden, and it just fits so damn well, man. But also, I need to highlight Ben Shepard on this track because just shining through, dude. It's just, I just can't imagine being in front of his stack of bass amps and just your bones shivering because...
Well, it's
just
down by
you
his
so
ankles
hard,
as
yeah.
well.
While the bass is down there and he's playing on the floor, just one of the most badass bass players of the era, in my opinion. But yeah, that's my number 7.
Yeah, there's gonna be a ton of glazing for every single.
Oh yeah.
But I want to touch on a little bit on Jesus Christ Pose, the drum part that Matt Cameron is maintaining this whole song.
Oh my God, dude.
As well as Ben Shepard and also the unreal vocals by Chris and then Kim just perfectly laying the foundation for it. This is such a great pick for number 7.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yep.
Great pick. It did not make my list either.
Okay. All right.
But move on to number 6.
Yeah. Let's go to number 6.
Right.
Let's hit it.
This one might be a controversial one for you because I know you love this song, and I love it too. But I have 5 others I think just beat it by a little bit. My number 6 is Fresh Tendrils.
Long time coming.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I've learned to see his reaction as to what, but Fresh Tendrils. I think could be one that flies under a lot of people's radar.
100%.
It's higher on like Apple Music and Spotify as to like most listened to or most popular, but I don't hear it talked about a lot.
Yeah.
But this song just has so many great parts. Great Chris vocals in this one. Ben Shepard is a shining star.
Yeah.
In this song, especially the part when they saying the "throw yourself away" and Ben's doing the banana danu,
yeah,
banana danu.
Oh, it's such a
so many classic
so
parts in this song. And it's a bit more of a rocker than you would expect, or how it sounds. It's got a lot of push to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And this song is just, I wouldn't actually call it a barn burner, but it's for sure a bop.
It's a mosher for sure.
Yeah.
Not burn the house down, but definitely one you could push people around to for sure. But this one is not on my list.
Oh, okay, good.
This one is not on my list.
All right.
You know, it used to be one of my favorites, but as I've listened to Soundgarden more and stuff, it's kind of fallen out of the top for me. But I agree where you're coming from because this song, it just has so many different interlocking parts, I feel like, that transition on from one to the next so smoothly. And it just makes for a perfect song in the scape of the album of Super Unknown, which many people classify as a perfect album as well. So, yeah, Fresh Tendrils is a great pick for number 6. I don't really have much more to say about it, to be honest. I think I've kind of let my feelings go about that one a little bit.
Yeah, that was not the one I actually that I was gonna say you were gonna be surprised by my pick, but yeah, this is quickly going over the past 2 or so years. It's very slowly, incrementally moved up my list, and is number 6 for me. So Ryan, what is your number 6?
My number 6. I don't even know why I'm pulling up my phone. I know it. My number 6 is gonna be "The Day I Tried to Live."
Oh,
yeah. Yep. Okay. So this song is just hopelessness exemplified, dude. I feel like I don't know. This song just gives me that feeling of loneliness and lost that I feel like a lot of Soundgarden songs are able to do because they create that atmosphere that you're kind of just sitting in while you're listening to their music. They're just so phenomenal at that, creating a musical landscape. And this one is this one should be the definition of a musical landscape. It's just there's so many overdubbed parts and parts layered on top of each other that make this song so peak for me. And Chris Cornell, his vocals, his lyrics on this one have always stood out to me as some of his best, and I'm sure a lot of people would say the same. But yeah, I mean, that riff that he plays in the beginning, it comes in so slow and just so temperamental almost. And then, Matt Cameron comes in slowly and it builds up. And I don't know, it gets to a point where it explodes so perfectly. And this is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a very weird tuning used by both Kim and Chris on this one. It's a very melancholy song. It's almost like it never really resolves.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're constantly on edge just with the note choices that they use. But I think Ben Shepard is a huge highlight on this song. Like, even though they're in this weird tuning, I think he's just in either, I don't know if he's in drop D or if he's in standard, but he pretty much only stays on the E and A string.
Yeah.
That's all he does, because I've learned the bass part for this song, and it's all just a chromatic walk down, but just excellently played.
I think that's what just adds to the eeriness of this song is because he's playing like that kind of same part the entire way through. It's kind of like you said, it doesn't ever resolve. It just kind of keeps going and going and going into nothingness. And I think that is a special part about this song for sure.
Especially with the subject matter of the song itself. Just Chris, such soaring vocals on this song is also just another absolute highlight of this track. And Matt Cameron somehow able to, I don't know if this is in an odd time signature. I know some of my later ones are in different time signatures, but this would let me look at my list for a second. It was just a great song.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. So
Colby,
I'm on to my
what is your number 5? Numero cinco. Number 5.
Cinco. This is the one I think you'll be surprised by.
Okay.
My number 5 is My Way.
Oh, okay. That one actually really that does surprise me.
Because I used
Keep
to.
it on my way.
I think even if you watch our reaction when we listen to the album, I don't know if I loved this one.
Yeah.
But it really quickly climbed up my list. It's more, I think it's a drop D, and also it's in 5/4.
Okay.
For like most of the time.
Nice.
Like if you're counting out the "Say if you want me down," and then it goes back to it's in a 5/4, which is just cool as freaking anything, and it's just such a driving track, and the ending part is very kind of peaceful in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Keep it on my way.
He's just kind of crooning to you a little bit on there.
And also, there's a Ben Shepard bass solo in the middle of
which
it.
is awesome. Yeah.
And a bass
awesome.
wah solo at the end.
Yeah.
Anytime Ben Shepard's getting
down and dirty in the trenches, bro, you gotta love it. You know.
Ben Shepard is just such a freaking awesome bass player, and his work with Soundgarden is just ridiculous.
Oof, yeah. Great pick, first of all.
Is this on your list?
It is not on my list, actually.
Then we've kind of been doing what we want.
Yeah. No, this one was going to make my list. As I was looking back over their discography and stuff, I was like, damn, My Wave is a great song, but it's not one of my favorites. I love the energy of this one, though. It just has it has that certain drive to it that kind of makes you, it's almost got a little dance to it, you know? You just kind of want to get up and dance to it a little bit because it's just, I don't know. Chris just has a way of soaring over top of everything and fitting in so well in the mix. And yeah, just the way that he delivers those last lines, keep it on my way, it just flows out so nicely. But yeah, great pick. I can't believe it made your number 5, actually. That's why I was surprised. Yeah. Because I remember your reaction for this one. You weren't too hyped about it, but now I
think that's
now it's crept up there. Okay, I like to hear it. All right. Well,
what is your number 5?
My number 5. This might surprise you, actually.
Oh no.
My number 5 is Let Me Drown.
I remember you saying you like this one a lot.
This one, once again, just has that huge energy to it. And one thing I just love about this one is Matt Cameron, man. Especially when they're in that chorus. If you listen back to this song, I just love the work that he's doing on the ride. It's so out there and just so far forward in the mix. You can hear every hit of the bell that he makes in between Chris like taking a breath. And I just love when drummers do that and when the music just pieces together so perfectly like that. And yeah, this one is just a fun song. I love the chorus for it. It's so catchy. It's actually been in my head all day. That's one of the reasons that I added it onto my top 5, because it's just a catchy song. And in scope of one of the greatest albums of the era, I think it definitely holds its own against some of the bigger tracks on here for sure. So yeah, Let Me Drown, my number 5.
Yeah, this is definitely a driving song.
Yeah.
I've also I posted this quite a few times. Big fan of this song. Did not make my list.
Okay.
But I remember you saying that you liked it. I didn't actually expect it to be on your list, but it's just and that's the opening track, isn't it?
Yeah, opening track. Yep.
Great way to start off Super Unknown,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just a very good track overall. It's super driving. I don't know if I said that already, but just a great solid energy track. And it's a great pick for number 5.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything that we say are great picks. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We say that for everything.
We would love to hear your guys' picks down in the comments. So give us your top 7, 2 honorable mentions,
If needed.
Soundgarden songs. So, yeah, we'd love to hear it. So, Colby, give me your number 4.
So I kind of forgot a little bit about how we did some of this, but my number 4 is The Day I Tried to Live.
Okay.
So I kind of relished on it. I actually don't think we need to go much more into it.
Okay. All right. That's
But
fine.
Day I Tried to Live, for all the reasons that we said before. Very, very strong number 4 for me.
Yeah.
But we get a little wacky for these top 3, I think. Well, maybe not for the next one. But
So my number 4.
What is your 4?
My number 4 is Slaves and Bulldozers. And this is just the part where all these songs, I just feel so basic listing these off. But like, man, you just can't knock a band for having a great song that's popular. I mean, you just can't.
Mm-hmm.
It really sucks because people try to do that, but god damn, it's popular for a reason.
So sometimes the biggest ones are popular for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, but have you listened to the B-side off the first album? No.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
we have, but
Yeah.
but none of them have made our list.
Yeah.
That's just not for Soundgarden, just for any other band.
Yeah, but Slaves and Bulldozers, man. I mean, I know this is one of their more popular ones because it quite literally could be one of the greatest vocal performances of all time.
It's Annihilation.
That's
It
honestly
is
the best way to put it.
Annihilation.
I couldn't imagine being the microphone that Chris Cornell was singing
He
into.
blew so many capacitors.
I can't.
I forget what they're called, but
Yeah, I just can't even
Condensers.
imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine being a microphone or being in the studio for that. Because there's no doubt that the glass was shaking. The glass
bet.
between like the console and the ISO booth that was definitely shaking. There's no doubt in my mind. But this is another one that just kind of feels like you're running downhill. It's kind of got the same qualities as Jesus Christ Pose, in my opinion. And it just sounds huge. The song just sounds massive. And especially just the way that he delivers it, man. Just, my God, it just punches you in the gut. And oh, man, I love this one. I love this one so much.
Matt Cameron and Ben Shepard put on a rhythm section clinic
Yes.
on this song.
Oh, my God.
And luckily, this was not on my list. I wanted to put it on there, but some of the other ones just kind of cinched up and took those spots. But Slaves and Bulldozers, it's why you got an Audio Slave.
Yeah.
That's the song they heard, and we were like, we need that guy.
Yep.
And Slaves, oh gosh, it is. It's definitely popular.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was a single.
Might not have been.
Like it would have been like Rusty Cage Outshined.
and probably not Jesus Christ Pose.
No.
Is there a music video for Jesus Christ Pose?
Yeah, there is, I
I
think.
think there is.
Actually,
So
you know what?
let's do a quick search.
Jesus Christ Pose was the first single.
Okay.
Outshined in Rusty Cage.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy that Jesus Christ Pose was a
Yeah, that's a
Um,
little controversial as the first single. I bet
Little
that
bit,
I bet
wee
that
bit.
pissed some people off.
way bit. But Slaves and Bulldozers, what
Yeah.
a great pick. It's such a
It just sounds fucking industrial.
churning.
It just sounds industrial, dude.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I just love that sound to it. It's metal as hell, man. This is a pure metal song. Yeah, Slaves and Bulldozers. What more is there to say besides Chris Cornell, shining star on this one, obviously, and yeah.
Kim
Colby.
Thayil also puts on a clinic
Oh,
on
yeah.
guitar solo on this one.
I mean, of course.
That's a controlled
of
chaos.
course. Oh, I think this entire track could be described as controlled chaos for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, Colby, I want your number 3.
Okay.
I want your number 3. Sorry.
My number 3 is Black Hole Sun. So
Okay.
it's
So
a bit,
my number 3 is Black Hole
Black
Sun.
hole sun, won't you come? Wash away.
Yeah,
Shake on
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Good. Look, because
All right.
any other day, this could be my number 1.
Yeah.
It's like my top 3 is very.
Don't hate
entertaining.
on a band for making a good song that gets popular, okay? Don't. Because this one, Colby, I'll let you take
I
it.
don't-
Go
that
for it.
It's a
Go
weird
for
vocal
it.
tone that you just used there.
Go for
But
it.
Black Hole Sun, it's just the most perfectly composed song and like one of the best, just composed, arranged songs that Soundgarden has ever made.
Yeah.
It just seems like everything fits right in its place. They didn't have to alter anything. Just keep it as that. And the lyrics are great. Music video is iconic. The guitar solo.
Oh my God.
It's one of
dude.
this is what I mean by controlled chaos is Kim's solo. I have such a soft spot for Kim Thayil. And
Yeah.
because he's such a quiet hero.
Yeah.
Because he's
That's
not,
a great
he's
way
not
to put
super. He's not super bombastic. In,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
in like personality or anything. He's not like a huge personality, but he just seems like such a good dude.
Yeah.
And also is just such a great guitar player.
Oh yeah.
But on this track,
But I feel like he gets too overlooked sometimes. It just
I would say
and
a little bit. He's
and-
one of the biggest bands from the '90s, but like everybody's talking about the other ones.
yeah. But Kim Thayil, man, I think it's like you said because he's kind of that quiet hero, man. He just sits back. He knows how to play for the song perfectly. That's just something that a lot of musicians definitely don't grasp all the time, for sure, playing for the song. But he just got it. He's got it locked in all the time, and just the note choices, the phrasings, just everything that he goes for in his playing, especially his rhythms as well. Yeah, and Black Hole Sun, man. One of my favorite parts about this song is the rotary on the beginning. That effect, I just love when bands use a rotary effect. I think it just sounds beautiful. And this song has the privilege of sounding beautiful because, written, and the riff was written by Chris Cornell, obviously. I think he's told that story on Howard Stern a couple times, how he came up with it. But this one just, it kind of builds you up so high and then just drops you, man. And I just love the drum fill into the chorus is so huge. It's kind of it's like a Keith Moon type drum fill, man.
Ooh,
Just
great, great name drop.
it's so big. One of the things that I just absolutely love about this song, and yeah,
Also,
Colby.
it's an odd time signature.
It is an
so
odd time
kudos
signature.
to them for
Yeah,
being able. I played some in my time, but not
yeah,
not as that difficult.
yeah,
But I think it might be getting close.
yeah, probably.
But Black Hole Sun, it's most popular for a reason. It's just such a great track.
It's a powerful song, man. And a lot of people,
It really is.
there's just so many different meanings behind it. A lot of different ways that people interpret it, and different things that you hear every single time that you listen to this song. And that's just one of the main things that I love about this kind of music
And
is
the beauty of music in general.
is that every single time you listen to a certain song, there's always going to be something that you notice. And if that thing is mixed properly and, there's just always little layers of things that your ear picks up on time after time of listening to the song. But it's just, this one has so many of those little nuggets
Little
of
layers,
things,
yeah.
that just piece together so well, like you said, and it just flows so perfectly. Black Hole Sun, both of our number 3s, kind of couldn't plan that any better, to be honest. Yeah,
No collaborating between us on these. We kind of like it that way.
Yeah, so we don't know,
because we're both very influenced by each other's opinion in a way.
Sometimes,
a little
yeah.
bit. Sometimes,
I'd say, yeah.
So, because we don't want to be too different, but this one, great lineup.
I mean, you can't really say much more about it besides it's the star track off Super Unknown. So, and definitely their most popular track of all time, I'd say. And for great reason.
I would say.
It's an absolute monster. So, yeah.
But one last thing I want to throw in. You can cut this in. One of my favorite parts about Black Hole Sun, the resolution at the end of the solo when he's
and it just holds there. Oh yeah, I love that too. I was gonna say that. I couldn't remember
that resolution at the end of the solo back into that verse.
Oh,
or back. That's kind of a pre-chorus.
That's
actually
a peak musical moment, to be honest.
It's like Peter Frampton.
Oh yeah.
Kim.
It's played
Thayil,
through a
dude.
freaking guild. Yeah.
Gosh, I love Kim Thayil. All right.
Yes.
So we are moving on to my number 2.
Numero
Even though I
2.
know what it is, I always look. I think this might be conflicting with yours. But yeah.
This song is not on my list.
Burning My Hand's not on your list?
Not on my list.
Really?
Not on my
Well, I'm
list.
happy you can
Yep.
gloat as much as you want on it. But Ben Shepard. Need I say more? Ben Shepard has the most
yes, you should say more.
most unbelievable one-take bass part in the world. It's so what?
Matt Cameron as well.
Oh,
That's what I gotta say. On that.
that's
Yeah.
my favorite. That's
Yeah.
my favorite fill that he does on this song. But and Chris Cornell
And Kim Thayil.
and Kim Thayil.
Every member of
We told
Soundgarden.
we were gonna glaze.
Yeah.
But this song, just that, Black Hole Sun is perfectly arranged. This song is just perfect.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think Black Hole Sun is perfect too. But I've always said this. Songs, like, even though one could be more musically perfect than the other one, doesn't mean that you're gonna like it more. It's all just about how you feel about the song and your own personal view. And Burn in My Hand, just a very significant song, I think, in the Soundgarden discography, as it was their last one before their 2016, off their last album before 2016. And just like signified the end of their time in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's just an unbelievable. There's so many great tracks off of Down on the Upside.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That could be overlooked, I think. And the song is just absolute perfection, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
I just love the use of acoustic guitar in this one as well. In the intro, I think that's so sick because, Soundgarden, you don't think of them as a band that uses acoustic very often, if at all. And this one just has that. It's got kind of a campfire feel to it. I just love that about it. And like you said, just Ben Shepard, man. That's kind of just doesn't even need to be said because he's just a monster. And this song is kind of a shining star to that. So, yeah, great pick. I was kind of expecting it to be on your list. I know that's one of your favorites, but yeah, did not make my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I thought it was going to be conflicting. But, man. Yeah, that's my number 2.
Okay. So, my number 2 is going to be Fell on Black.
have this on your list.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it did not make my list.
Oh, whoa, okay.
I know,
All right.
it was hard. It was going to be my number 5, but then...
I feel like when people think of Chris Cornell lyrics, these are the ones that come to mind. Just the intro to this song kind of has that same feeling as The Day I Tried to Live. I kind of couple these two songs together, almost as like a part 1 and 2 type thing. I feel like this song just has such a dark downside and then such a bright upside. I feel like that chorus just kind of lifts you out of the darkness that the verse brings you into, and this one's definitely always been one of my favorites since the first time I heard it. I think this one's also in an odd time signature, or at least it sounds like it. It's definitely in an odd tuning.
it's in standard, actually.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've learned it
sick.
2 or 3 years back.
Well, sick. Okay, standard tuning then. Not normal for Soundgarden.
No, it's not.
But yeah, this one it's always rung in my ears so well. It's one that you get kind of an earworm when you listen to it because it's like
it's catchy.
It's so catchy, and I can understand why it's become one of their biggest songs. And it's just got a lot of emotional resonance for people. The lyrics are so profound, and Chris just has a way of grabbing hold of you through his words in all of their music, and I feel like this one is no exception. This is a great one. So, Colby, what do you got to say about Fallen Black Days?
First of all, Ben Shepard again, just laying down a perfect foundation for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Matt Cameron just has like all of his drum fills, especially after the first chorus, or after the first
Yeah.
and then he also sparks the hi-hat.
Yeah. Oh, he's great at, yeah.
And
Yeah.
just such solid command. The dude's a damn sergeant on the
Mm-hmm.
on the drum on the drum set. Like, he just commanding everything that he plays. Kim, everybody just absolutely demolishes on this track.
Yeah.
Also, such a great singing performance from Chris on this one too.
I love the harmonized guitar parts. Just the walk down that this song. It's so perfect, and just the grand scheme of everything behind it, and the story of the song. It's just a perfect song to me. Yeah, my number 2 is Fallen Black Days. Colby, I want to hear your number 1. What is the number 1?
My number 1 is Mailman.
I've seen how you give it. Now I want you to.
Okay, I was actually not expecting that at
What
all.
were you expecting?
Something not Mailman.
Okay.
Maybe 4th of July or Limo Wreck or something.
Are any of those on your list?
No, they're not.
I thought 4th of July was one of your favorites.
Well, you'll have to find out.
Oh. Well, you said it, though, so I was expecting that it wasn't going to be one that was on your list. One I want to throw in just as an honorable, Spoon Man. Such a great track as well. One of the most popular. But yeah, Mailman. Over the past 6-7 months, song slowly crept up my list to the top. It's just so trudgy. It's so sludgy.
Yeah.
It's like I could almost see if like doom metal got influence.
Probably.
I don't know the time. I do not know the timeline of doom metal, so don't ostracize me in the
metalheads don't come after him.
I kind of don't know the timeline of that or where it really came from. Probably from Prague, but this song, it's just so sludgy. It's just a powerhouse performance from Chris as well.
Oh yeah.
Also, it's in an odd time signature.
Again.
Matt Cameron's slow beat on this song, just so perfect.
Yeah.
And the tuning of it, I think it's CDG. I think is
something weird.
It's very weird.
It's
not
weird.
even like a drop tuning necessarily, because then all the other parts are in a.
And isn't it played on a Telecaster?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whole Super Unknown, I think, was played on a Telecaster. Which is disgusting.
So
but
sick.
It actually sounds that
That's
good.
so sick.
Well, of course, it's a Telecaster. It sounds good, but like playing this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But Mailman, it's just a vibe pick
Yeah.
for me, and it's also I did already say it's in an odd time signature.
Yeah.
This song just it just does it for me.
Yeah.
And, What do you have anything to say about it?
I don't really have anything to say about Man. It's not really one of my favorites by Soundgarden. I mean, I understand your sentiment for it because it is one of their sludgiest, I'd say, if not the sludgiest Soundgarden song. Limo Wreck is also sludge. So
And
is 4th of July. Yeah. A lot of sludge on Super Unknown. But yeah, this one has not.
Wasn't even considered.
It was not considered actually. But yeah, I'm happy that you chose it for your number one though. It gives us
We'll switch it up.
a little switch
I actually
up
have
there.
no idea what your number one is then.
Okay. So you want to hear the number one?
Yeah.
All right. My number one Soundgarden song is Blow Up the Outside.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah. This one kind of just offers the same feeling that I get from Black Hole Sun almost. Except I just love the chorus in this song almost more than I love the chorus of Black Hole Sun. It kind of just sticks in my head a lot whenever I hear it. And I don't know, I feel like this one's lyrics are also profound. And quite literally the chorus just blows up. Like it just explodes out of nowhere. Sounds like a new galaxy being formed almost, just in terms of music. And I love the slow build up, just arpeggiating through chords in the background. It kind of just has that eeriness to it. That I feel like I find myself searching for in a lot of music is just those dissonant, eerie chords, and they're just executed so well on this song. And the entire band just comes together and smashes into one for that chorus. And I think they executed this song perfectly as kind of a last hurrah to their time in the 90s, as you said earlier, on Down on the Upside. And this is definitely my favorite Soundgarden song.
Was not expecting this.
Oh.
At all. I just listened to this one again. It's kind of actually not one of my most listened to ones.
Yeah.
Was not in consideration, actually. I did listen to it, and I was like, yeah. It is acoustic at the start, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Still, Down on the Upside is such a great album.
Yeah.
And that, I love the pick.
Yeah.
I really don't have a ton to say about it, in all
That's
honesty.
fine.
I wish we could
That's
add a
fine.
more climactic ending to this, but both of us with ones we didn't
Just,
expect.
yeah, kind of
actually.
off kilter ones.
Which is
for
great.
Yeah.
Because we wanted these to be a little
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you wanna end this one out?
Yeah, I got you. So, guys, leave your top Soundgarden picks in the comments below. We want to hear them. Want to read through them. Let us know what you're thinking about this. But yeah, this actually concludes the Big Four version. We've done all the Big Four bands, our top, 7 songs or whatever. So, kind of crazy. Give us the bands that you want us to do next, and just overall stuff that you want to see as well. Happy to have you here, guys, on the Puddle of Grunge channel. This has been the Puddle of Grunge podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm Colby.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.